I'm Riley, I'm a singer-songwriter from Glasgow and I make country pop music.
And my name's Nicole and I started a brand called Ellipsis and it's a luxury women's wear brand and I'm based in Glasgow.
I've basically been writing songs since I was 11 years old. I use songwriting as a means to understand my own emotions and feelings and stuff that's going on in my life. It's a good outlet. Yeah. From there, just started to do bar gigs once I was about 17. I actually got in all the bars underage just purely to make some money from singing, and then started touring and gigging in all around the UK.
Wow.
There we go. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Is new information for me. So when I was younger, I used to watch Project Runway. I was obsessed with it. Yeah. And then I used to actually lay out clothes on the ground, and I used to put on wee fashion shows for mum and dad. And so I always loved it. I used to enter competitions like Tammy Girl, remember from VHS? Mm-hmm. They used to do design competitions a lot, so I used to enter them. And then so that's where it came from. Art, mum's quite arty and stuff as well. I then went into dance. It was always like a toss up between fashion and dance, and I thought when I'm young, do dance, because obviously you've got a time limit in that, but then when I was 20, I think it was, I decided not to go back to fashion, and then that was it really.
And you can also work out, I don't know if you'll see it from behind the scenes, that Nicole is a dancer, because everything she told me to do was way more elegant than I could do it today.
Just start your legs. Yes.
Yourself up the wall with no one to call in. Oh, I'm muddled up in my brain and your charm don't work the same, boy. I don't wanna know you anymore, no darling. Well, it don't mean I'm glad for the times we had, but I have to say, oh, he took the smile off my face to put it back in the right place, but he can't mend a broken heart. He takes my love as we go down. Won't come back around. I need to find it in myself. Back around, I need to find it in myself. Oh, back around, I need to find it in myself. 'Cause it took me long enough. Caught up in the way of your illusion, stole the attention of the room, man. I saw the lipstick stain, then the heart it calls. Now you're acting like you know it all. Why do you have to win? We don't even have to fight. Played into all your games before I realized I gotta put myself first. Love, I can't change for somebody else. Gotta put myself first. Love, ooh, I need to trust myself. I gotta put myself first. Riddles when you talk, lost in broken promises. They will come and crash us down, burn us to the ground, darling. I fear it's already happened, babe. Losing touch of myself. I loved and I lost everyone else. About time I put myself first. Love, I
everyone else,
everyone in the world
probably watching. But it was a good learning curve for me. I found that it gave me time to be in my own head and work out what I really wanted within music, and it gave me time to reflect on how we were living as a planet, as a society, and I found that we are living in a way that's not sustainable and that we can't keep up with the way that the world was so fast before. We have to change that. So yeah, I enjoyed slowing down, writing songs every day, having like one task a day to complete and do it really, really well. And it's led to so many more opportunities, writing online with other co-writers and producers from all around the world, to doing live online gigs, and now to this, which is so bizarre that we filmed some of this through Zoom.
Yep.
Then we've met in person, and we'll be having like the live runway, and now you're online watching all of it come together in one place. Technology.
Yeah, lockdown for me as well was quite strange. So I actually came off a programme called the Modern Artisan, and that was all about sustainability. So it really completely changed my outlook on the fashion industry completely. Yeah, didn't really have an education in sustainability. I was just naive, to be honest, in the whole sector. So yeah, it really opened my eyes. And then during lockdown, I just came off the programme, and I really just hope that's when I started to develop my brands. I thought, well, this is an opportunity. Instead of sitting watching TV, I can actually start designing. I can actually start making the brand's name. So that was quite exciting for me, and that's started making makeup bags and stuff like that, just to get the name out there, to create a bit of an excitement. And that's when I designed my collection, all bar one. Yep, and then actually managed, when lockdown was easing, to actually shoot it, and it was so successful.
And it looks amazing, and you can find it on pretty much everywhere, right? Instagram?
Yeah, so it's on Instagram, Facebook, and then it's www.ellipsis.online.
Oh, that girl you told me not to worry about, she's back in the picture you drew before you cut me out. Hand on my heart, could I love you twice? If she came back, baby, would you choose her again? Your jigsaw lover on the cover of the night. She just don't fit right. What's the sense in wondering where this is going? There's no time, no logic. Caring is just consequential. There's no way to know if it's gonna end or last. No, you never really know. Baby, it gets harder, like breathing underwater. I was holding on. It all makes sense now, darling. The masterpiece where it's hanging, I've seen it all along. Ooh, I see it now. Hand on my heart, could I love you twice? If I came back, baby, could I do it over?
I was part of the Modern Artisan, as I mentioned, and it was a collaboration between Yoox Net-a-Porter and the Princess Foundation. It was all about sustainability, and that's actually how we met, because your mum's the educational director of Dumfries House, where the programme was based.
I had to go down to London for music, and Nicole was also down for Modern Artisans, was that right?
Yeah, it was to talk at the London Graduate Fashion Week. Yeah, so it was talk then.
And it was like the funniest thing, because we got there, my mum was like, you're just gonna freak out about how alike you are, and I was like, yeah, I don't think so, like I don't know if anyone's like me. And then met Nicole, and I was like, oh my god, this is like looking in the mirror. The way that we speak and the way that we are, but even down to the way that we talk about like our music and our fashion, it's so similar, which is why I think this project was so fun to do together, because we both are perfectionists, and we wanted to have no boundaries and have fun with it, and not be too like perfect about it all and get caught up in it.
But like, see, without like this opportunity, we probably wouldn't have actually like have even thought about like really working together. Like, I know obviously we could, but like,
yeah, you don't think to cross over genres and different industries together.
So as like I said before, I was really naive in sustainability. Modern Artisan really educated me, and I always I keep referring back to it, but it has had such a huge impact, and it's really shaped my business today. I think it's completely changed my outlook on the fashion industry, and it's just the way that down to my fabrics, the way I try and educate and use it as a platform as well for education as well, especially for people our age. It's
very important for people our age.
Yeah.
I think like
the slow fast fashion and
and being in different industries, we both feel like that's a value and a model that we want to like uphold. I guess is the right word. That's because we've been brought up with so much fast fashion, like beyond your high street stores. We've got Misguided, boohoo.com, all these different places that you can literally go and buy a dress or whatever for £3. Genuinely, it's that cheap, which sounds great, but when I started looking into why that was, I was a little bit horrified that my money was supporting these brands. And I think the small steps to change are buy from these places, just buy less. Don't buy one thing like and wear it once and then go back the next Friday.
Because that's like one of the things I say is that like I don't expect, like people always need to buy clothes. We're not saying don't buy clothes. It's just about changing the way you think about how many times you're going to wear a garment. Like I think that if I can make someone think twice when they're in Primark or another store and they pick up something, they go, do I really need this? How many times am I going to get use out of it? Is it high quality that's going to last for years, or can I go, yeah, okay, you maybe need to spend an extra bit of money, but it'll last me for years to come. Even like stuff that you could even pass down, like a good coat or something handmade that's a bit different, a bit bespoke, and it's not something on the high street. But yes, like not saying don't buy. It's just about changing the way you think about how
human clothes.
Yeah.
And I think when you touched on that bit there about hand-me-downs that become cool, 9 times out of 10 I'll come down the stairs and my mum will be like, oh my god, I wore that to art school, or I'll borrow something out of her wardrobe. Fashion's always kind of been reinvented and recycled, all the styles and the trends. It's the same with music. I think albums are coming back. I know that singles and quick hits are like really in right now, but I think that isn't sustainable in the long run. Like it won't work within streaming music. It's just the same within fashion. You need pieces that will last you, that are like weatherproof and still trendy no matter what season you're in. So I think that's why we wanted to see if we could collaborate on something together, timeless pieces that never go out of style.
Being in the same job wasn't my dream job for 5 years now, and it's all in my head if I'll get out or not. Try to scream a little louder, work a little harder, but you see, it plays into the hands of those above me. And in my darkest day, sun fades away, and my purpose bears heavy on my mind. Oh, I swear I'll die trying to get it right. And when the going gets tough, I'll remember those words you used to say. Chin up, chest out, shoulders back, we go again. And when the going gets rough, I'll remember those words you used to say. Chin up, chest out, shoulders back, we go again. Oh, I remember why I started. Could I risk it all and be broken hearted? If I never make it, so be it, I'll die.
I think it was like a really good opportunity because it really forced me out my comfort zone of how I could keep the Ellipsis aesthetic but then still contain a bit of Riley in it.
To fuse two completely different like brands together is hard, but it was also fun. How else did you feel like we brought it together?
Because I was like, right, okay, so this is my colour palettes. Because at first we were looking at fringing and stuff like that, and I was like, oh,
That's
don't really know if it's
yeah.
Ellipsis vibes. I was like, right, okay, like what can I do that's you're going to love, that you're going to be able to style the way you want it, but I'm still keeping it that aesthetic. So I think it was really successful. I'm like really happy with the outcome. It's like one of those things that you like panic about and you go, is it going to work? Is it going to work? And I don't think you really know until like you stand in front of the camera and it all just comes together. It's that moment that, see, pure stress, and see, to be honest, like I cry, but like I actually love it. Like I actually think I like.
We were talking about this today as well, like earlier, and amongst like shooting all of it, I think we thrive off of being creative and being under pressure, and we are really driven, and we're so excited to use our voices. So the fact that We Design Scotland saw something special in both of our work, enough to give us money to go and develop a project, is kind of like someone saying, yeah, we see potential in you. What can you really create when you put your mind to it? One of the main things I wanted to see was, I've never worked with a specific stylist or designer before. So I didn't really know what I was asking for. All I knew was I need items that I can wear on stage that will make you look impressive, that everybody else will look at and go, I want to be able to wear that too. And I feel like these pieces do that. They aren't like for one person or for strictly performers or dancers or singers. They're for everyone. It's a very inclusive collection, which is another big thing for both of our brands. We want to be inclusive to what?
One of the things that we spoke about in Zoom, you were talking about that you want stuff to have movement, the garments to have movement when you are performing, and I was like, perfect. Well, I come from a dance background, so I know how important it is when the body moves. What it is, the body moves, and the fact you want the fabric to move with it. So I was like, I can totally do that, and I think they managed to do that, especially in the dress. I think that was lovely.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And we actually, when I put the dress on, because today was the first time I got to wear the garments after looking at them in, what is it, like design and production for so long.
Paper.
And paper and on Zoom, and I was like thinking how it would be in my head, and then you put it on, and it is rare that you put pieces on that make you feel incredible. Like I feel like you can go to other shops. You can go to other shops and feel good, but sometimes a really classical piece, just you walk out and you're like, right, I'm empowered, I'm confident. I think like even for myself, I struggle finding stuff to wear on stage, but the white dress that you will either have seen or will see, you will understand it's just born for something that's got tons of lights on it and for eyes to be looking at it, so it's brilliant.
Just enough to please himself. gotta get rid of it. Oh, I'm counting all the chances I could give to you. I'm all out of luck. Oh, it's sympathy that's pulling me through, and I don't wanna know where this one goes.
So the whole project that we've done together is really sustainable. We've tried to be sustainable as possible. So yeah, all the fabrics are 100% silk, which again, it's sustainable fabric. Everything was pattern drafted by myself, all hand done, all hand sewn.
I know you had the really big task there of like, with me recording the music, that's only something, I guess individually, I know how to write and record, But if you asked me to sit down and make one of these silk dresses, I'd not be your person. So it was nice to be able to, like, even through Zoom, watch how you were doing that and you explain it to me. I learned a lot, and I think other people and generations could benefit off of like watching these videos.
The pieces, like, we were actually able to do almost like 2 versions of them. So because we're actually able to like style it, say like the Ellipsis way, and then we're also able to style it like the way that you would wear it on stage. So it was actually showing that the pieces are versatile in the way that you can style them. You can you can dress them up, you can dress them down, you can make them more for like an evening wear, or like even state like for on stage performing wear. So I think even that is like sustainable in itself, because it's not just one look. You can mix and match within the wardrobe. So yeah, that's like another, like those key pieces in your wardrobe that you can put into different outfits.
Like maybe one of the dresses you could also wear with a jumper and grunge it down a bit, or you could, like, we were filming it earlier and then both of you were saying that specifically the Ellipsis looks, that it was like ball gown material.
Yeah,
you could totally dress it up for like a red carpet event or something way more fancy than, you know, your average like high street shop could maybe give you. And using Zoom and the technology, yes, it comes down to, we weren't using petrol literally to get to each other's houses.
So true,
we only went out once, and that was today. We filmed everything within the one day. And the actual venue that what would you call it, a venue?
Yeah, we'll call it venue.
The building or venue that we're using is Timorous Beastie Studio. We originally thought we'd have to go to Edinburgh for the studio out there.
More travel,
and this would just made much more sense. It's an inspiring place to do this
project.
Oh,
it definitely is. I've never been in such an inspiring studio venue for a photo shoot. It's incredible.
It seems like really little things that we did throughout the whole process, but they all add up, from like fabric choices, material choices, all the way through to saving petrol and not driving to each other's when it's unnecessary. And it's just proven that all the small changes that we're all capable of making really add up and help the planet in the long run.
I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that supported us throughout our project. Don't want to name anyone in just case we forget someone, but no, there was a lot, and it is really much appreciated. Obviously, being young females trying to break into our industries, all the support is really really appreciated. So yes, thank you so much for watching us, and we really hope you've taken something from what we've done.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, I hope this looks how I think it looks.
Wow.
See, already instant, it's just like the star just comes out in me.
So
I'll do it.
do you want me, I'll just continuously film it and then
We are about things. Just like what you did there, and then you went. Seen about it. I got you. Please.
No.
Is your finger on?
no.
It's just this creepy little thing. The fact that the grant is like these people giving us the grant.
Giving us money.
I want to say that
They may only seem small, but a lot of small changes will make a huge difference. So if everyone...
Oh no, what? No, because I was like, when you said small changes and you said it twice, I was like, what's she going to say when she gets to the
small
next
changes and more small changes and more small changes.
Freezing, we're so hungry. And
a long
so
cold day.
No.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.